Make no mistake about this anime. This is a brutal, rough, delicious show that takes no prisoners. It is also rather rare that an anime you'd see examine the post-World War II life of Japan and how the war really changes both the people and society. How's it going, guys? My name is JcGreen and welcome to an anime review of Rainbow. Or this really long title after the word rainbow. Or the Japanese words. Anyway, this is a review about Rainbow. The series starts off with an explicit content warning. It's explicit in the way about violence and real stuff that happened, supposedly, in the 1955 era of World War II. It is a brutal and depressing series that will engross you with hours to come. The reason you will be so engrossed is you will connect with the characters' stories as they try to endure their hopes and dreams, all while being crushed by the adults in the series. Right when you think a character will make it through the series, a sudden twist and turn may occur. During the first half of the series, the teens are all complex and troublesome individuals until they unite by a leader, Anchan. Anchan teaches them to overcome hurdles with importance of friendship and true strength. Also, how they start entering the real world with their aspirations and dreams. The second half goes through the issues of them tackling society of delinquents after the reformatory school. You will see their friendship being tested. By the end, they always manage to pull through for each other. When you're as trapped as they are, you have to cherish every single chance for happiness that comes your way. Joe's opportunity to escape and reunite with his sister is something greater and more important than the physical pain his friends willingly endured. It wasn't a sacrifice he could personally request from them, but it was a sacrifice most of them understood and were willing to make on their own. As a result, the guys in this anime don't just become chums with one another, bonds are created out of necessity for survival. I know I keep mentioning about these bonds and these characters' stories alone, but I'm not saying that Rainbow is perfect by any means. It certainly has its fair share of flaws. For example, it relies far too much on sexual abuse to create drama. In the first episode, we learn that the prison doctor is a ludicrous old man who enjoys anally violating the juvenile delinquents. In the second episode, we learn that Joe's abuse at the hand of the lady who runs the orphanage. Maybe rape was a daily occurrence for the youths to fear in the 1950s Japan. I wouldn't know. I do know that the frequent usage of any drama can and will desensitize the audience to its effect. If Rainbow is only portraying the truth, it runs into risk of having its message completely lost on its viewers through blunt repercussions. If Rainbow is merely exaggerating for effect, that completely is unnecessary, as the subject matter found here is already more brutal than most shows combined out there. Another issue that plagues Rainbow is that adults seem completely untrustworthy. They all look like ghouls and goblins, and they do nothing but take advantage of the young people. This one-sided portrayal potentially cheapens the anime's efforts. One might suspect that Rainbow is more in love with its depressing atmosphere than in trying to deliver gritty realism. On the other hand, I don't think this is necessarily an issue for the show if taken from a different angle. You could argue that, to these 7 young men, this is truly how adults appear, thanks to their troubled pasts. They can only view the world from a certain perspective, one that renders authority figures as complete orgs. So, doesn't Rainbow seem a little too serious? Isn't the drama, at times, a little overused? Maybe. But what it doesn't do is overweights its negatives on its own positives. Rainbow tells the story of a group of youths who originally lived alone, who are idealistic, and do not believe about friendship and love. But after they meet with Anchan, their first cell-mate occupant, they change their mindset about the importance of friendship and affection. The story begins with 6 youths: Mario, Joe, Turtle, Cabbage, Soldier, and Unknown, who are all thrown into jail for simple crimes. They are all incorporated with a single cell that is 2-6. Initially, meeting with 7 of them starts a fight, but Anchan easily beats them all up. But the commotion was heard by Ishihara, the warden. Sakuragi, or again, Anchan for short, who I will mention for the rest of this review, admitted if he started a quarrel first and requested that they do not hit the others. From there, they know about the concerns and attributes of Sakuragi, or Anchan. Anchan teaches them the importance of friends and friendship, so they become familiar and friends with one another, so that they can protect each other and trust one another. One day, they carved their dreams on a tree near the prison and promised that they would all meet there once they're all free. These enduring characters make you live and feel their stories, their struggles, their advantages, and their defeats. As these 7 youths become best friends, everything is not promising. In fact, nothing is. In the reformatory, each of these 7 youths will have to face its brutal history, and especially the history of Sakuragi, the new Anchan. The first part of the series correlates the lives of these 7 youths in the reformatory, and then focuses on their experiences after leaving there, like what is the future that awaits them? Will they find their true selves? Will they all continue together? Etc. This anime truly reflects well on what it wants to portray, like the hardness of the time in Japan, the psychological of its characters, its internal struggles, because personally, from what I witnessed, I sympathized and I looked away at Rainbow's hard image and tough situations forced on these characters, or I had to stop an episode and think about these scenes before continuing. But also, this gives us a smile thanks to their friendship and overcoming hollow that surrounds the entire tragedy that these characters endure. The design and animation Rainbow gives are not the best out there, but certainly are not far behind. The fact is that this is an anime more realistic in design. For example, like the lighting and colors used. Design portrays the world just like we know it, but a more darker version. Gray, brown, and black are always presented at its loaded design, and are not very pretty. Most of the scenes we have, like this much sexual explicit content, show and feel enhanced together with its design. The physical violence and even psychological aspects do feel real and very brutal. Briefly, Rainbow's animation frames high level in comparison to other animes, and shines easily to the message that Rainbow wants the audience to convey. As for the music, being that this anime accounts for the tale of an old story, loud sounds and guitars, more rock 50s, help create the right environment for Rainbow. Some stronger scenes, or when the protagonists are more serious, a more distinct background music comes up to give more emphasis to the scene. Great example is when Joe reunites with his sister and the song Dear Night Rainbow plays. It was just fantastic in my view. The choice of the theme We Are Not Alone from Cold Rain as the opening was without a doubt a very considerable pick for this anime. For the ending, The Far Off Distance from Gownerus is a song I would say is more crying, melodic, and sentimental, not seasoned to the true style of the 50s. As for voices, highlights for sure are Pakurumi, who plays Edward Elric from Full Metal as Turtle, and Koyama Rikiya as Kuritsugu of Fate Zero. I hope I said those names right, I'm terrible at Japanese. Who played as Anchan. Those two demonstrate all of what is given in this anime's key potentials, especially with the sound as well as the voice acting. Well, just for the sincere sake of this review, I guess it's easy to see that personally, I really enjoy this anime. I had to admit, it had to sink in for a while. When I just finished the anime, I wasn't sure if I actually liked it, but as the time passed and the story lingered inside me, I came to love it. It's a powerful story that deals with very heavy themes in a surprisingly down-to-earth, underplayed manner. But combine this with such desperate idealism that is both, well, disturbing and, well, inspiring. What I really love is how the characters' struggles are shown. Like, please, I don't know why some certain animes that I care to actually want to watch doesn't showcase character struggles. I think it works well for their story, it works really well for them as a character alone, showcasing their personality and how they deal with it, and it does this, I want to say perfectly, but it does it very well in this anime. It's very obvious that they're having internal struggles, and I love it. Plus, it makes it more tangible to the audience alone, so that's a plus. For example, one wonderful arc has one of the boys getting into trouble with the police and facing jail time, juxtaposing the police officer's point of view with that of the protagonists. All the officer sees is a bunch of good-for-nothing, violent delinquents, while the boys see friends with hopes and dreams and heart. The series does not sensationalize crime and poverty with cynical, street-smart, anist badasses, but humanizes it by giving the boys a face, a story, told in a straightforward manner, without romantic slobbering. And there's still plenty of badass to boot. Trust me. So, if you feel like watching something that's a little different, a mature story that is both harsh and idealistic, I would wholeheartedly recommend this to anyone to please pick up the series, enjoy it, read the source material. It is just as very, how do I put this? It's very deliberate with what it wants to show, and I gotta say, it tells a little bit more that the anime didn't fully showcase, but I love both. and I think you should definitely check out one of the two, either the manga source material or just go for the anime. It's really good. That's just what I think. Well, that wraps up my review of Rainbow. I hope you guys did enjoy this, and I know it's been a rough good 2 months. Yeah, I've been dead, but I'm back. There's no guarantee. Well, that kind of pretty much deludes my entire purpose of making this review. I do expect to make more reviews, hopefully. I'm hoping to expand, do what I can, but I hope you guys really did enjoy this anime review. Again, check out this anime. I think you guys would like it. But, of course, my name is JcGreen. Please watch any of my previous videos if you don't know who I am, or if you'd like, maybe give me some suggestions on what you would like me to watch. Hoping to expand more toward collaborations, just to save the sake of not doing reviews for a very long time, kind of out of my zone, but now I'm back into it. So regardless, hope you guys did enjoy this. My name is JcGreen, and I'll see you guys next time on my next anime related video. Peace, guys.